Hello everyone, this is going to be just a run through of the 9 Eggman and Shadow stages, and then just some footnotes about the Rouge stages of a Dark Story all A ranks run. This is a run I got last night. I got at 25:52, just as an extra resource for this category, just so people have a better resource to pick up the game, or pick up the category. So this is just me starting a new run as normal. Pretty much the only differences in A ranks is the mech and speed levels. Definitely not bosses because there are no ranks. Definitely not carts because we always get an A rank anyway because it's just time based. First stage is Iron Gate. You want to get used to locking onto many things at once. So like we've already had 2 lock-ons at the start here. We had the 4 enemies at the start and then the 2 enemies just after that. And then points, there are actually a lot of points in Iron Gate. So like I've ran past a bunch of enemies and just like, you know, shooting an odd one for 2 lots of enemies past there. That's fine, you can totally do that. In Iron Gate, if you're losing time to collect points, you're doing it wrong, ultimately. You want to wait until like 10-11 seconds after you touch the elevator to jump off, and then you try and get those 8 lock-ons. And now you get these 3 together. And then just jump off as normal. Yeah, by the end of this, if you do it right, you'll have about 21,500 points. And the requirement is 20,000, so you can miss loads and you'll still be fine. As I said, if you're missing points, so if you're going slowly to collect points, you're doing it wrong. Just remember to actually get combos. And then the elevators are important. You want to make sure you're at the top for, you know, 10-11 seconds, and then you jump down. You just do a tap jump. You got to remember where the enemies are, so you can like wave your laser in that direction to start with. But even if you screw up, you've got 1,500 points, 1,500 points that you can lose, and that's fine. So you try and get 11 here. I only got 10. That's fine. That means I've still got 1,000 points to play with. Get all 4 there. Screwed that up. That's cool. This isn't a perfect run. This is just an example run. I only get 2 there just because that's what the laser runs into, and we're not trying to lose any time here. So as you see in the top left, I've got 11,000, and that's enough already. So the time bonus works is it starts at 10,000, and it knocks down 20 points every second. And I'm just going to pause. And so that means every 50 seconds it knocks down 1,000 points. And because we finished the stage in about 2 minutes flat, that means we'll get 8,800 for time bonus, because it will knock 1,000 points down for the 50 seconds, and it'll knock another 200 points down for the 10 seconds. And so that means we need 11.2 thousand, really, if you want to get the A rank. And yeah, if you do everything normally, you would have got a 12,700, and we missed that perfect. We got an extreme, so I missed 500. And as you can see, I got 12,200, so I did that exactly right, and I didn't lose any time. You can't do the speed shoes route. You can do Ethmar jump if you want to, since you only shoot 1 enemy in that area, so that's just 100 points. Like, who cares? And that's it. You just don't do speed shoes. I think you may actually still be able to do it, but I haven't looked into it. Okay. I'm just going to skip ahead to Dry Lagoon. The only consideration for Dry Lagoon is that you cannot death strat Bad Turtle's Tunnel. That's the only consideration you have. The point requirement is 15,000, meaning you need to collect all 3 pieces. You can't die after collecting 1 piece and then collect the next 2 and still get the A rank. There are no reasons to death strat after only collecting 1 piece though. And there's then 1 reason to death strat after collecting 2 pieces, and that's Bad Turtle's Tunnel. So you just can't do that. That was some good movement by me. Okay. That's Dry Lagoon covered. Now Sand Ocean. Sand Ocean's a tough one. We get to do it skipless, which is cool. So you still want to reset the stage to start with. It's an IGT category, so that was only 4 frames. And so now what I'm going to do here, well, you shoot that guy there, and then after I do the 3-frame jump, I hold upright, and I hit A and B at the same time and do a full jump. And I should hit that robot that was flying past. Each of those robots that flies past, because there's actually 2 of them. I'll point it out when you can see more clearly. Yeah, these two robots, these are 500 points each. There's a lot of these throughout the stage. There's a lot of pairs of them. You can get both of them. If you want to, you know, get a 149, you're going to need both of them. But we're kind of just going for a 152. Just get this guy. If you can. It's not necessary. It is not necessary. This is like for safety. If you find that this is a bit tough, you know, you're then struggling to make the cycle, just don't worry about it. This is for safety. Oh, I was more holding like full right there, actually, thinking about it. Like just looking at the input display. Yeah, that is full right, and then I go pretty much straight up right, so I can make the cycle. Okay, now there's something to bear in mind here. There are two enemies that can spawn here. There's going to be a lot of stop-start for Sand Ocean. It's pretty, like, tough. The two enemies that spawn there will only spawn if you're somewhat to the left on this platform. So, like, if you're not in the right third, if you're on, like, the left 2/3, then you can spawn them. So I just jump across like that. You see that? You just go up from the bottom one to the middle one, and then you jump up to here. And I wasn't super far right when I was on that platform as well. And so now I'll shoot all of these dynamite packs as fast as I can, and then I'll shoot those two. And then yeah, you want to shoot all these guys. I like mash to shoot that first enemy, and then I aim my laser down this way as to not shoot the balloon that's coming this way, and then I'll get all four of these with one laser. These don't give combo bonus. I'm not doing this for combo bonus. I'm doing this purely so that no bullets hit the balloon. I do not want to hit the balloon. Okay, jump over, shoot the dynamite pack, and then you run over here. There's another pair of enemies that come down, and only if you move over this way. The reason I jump though is because I can just shoot a little extra thing over here. I think it's like a 5-ring box. But it's kind of just more for momentum. I don't want to like smash into a wall and then have no momentum. That's the main reason, but you just do get a bonus like 50 points. Yeah, 50. And then yeah, you shoot that, and then you get these 4. Try and get all that in one. And then yeah, jump up, make the cycle as normal. These 2 enemies, you get those. These enemies are all 500 points. All of these pairs of enemies are all 500 points each. If you manage to not make this cycle, then there are some bonus points you can collect. If you go over to this platform, 2 more enemies will spawn. You can shoot those. You know, you've got all the time in the world over there if you're missing the cycle. So you can get an extra 1,000 points. And then get these lock-ons. And then start holding laser as you're going down here. Jump up here so you can lock onto him. Jump over. And then get any of those 2 enemies that you can if you're going pretty fast. Just keep jumping. Shoot the 3 dynamite packs. I don't bother with a combo here. You might be able to. Chow box jump. As always with first cycle, you don't actually need chow box jump, but you just go for it anyway because why not? And then there are more enemies coming across here. I like to stand on the chow box and then wait to come over. I believe you can stand over here, which would I guess be faster, but like this is a very, very free global cycle, and I'm like it truly is free. If you've made chow box jump, so there's no reason to. And then you want these 20 ring boxes. I don't always shoot them like with the charge shots back there, so when I'm jumping up here, I'll just quickly angle to get the laser on this one over here, just because it's 200 points. It's kind of a lot. Okay, so coming over here, we have 11,000, and that means I've played the stage exactly how I want to. Like, obviously you'll get a couple more points from rings over here, but if you're standing like on this platform and you have 10,500 and you're on first cycle pace, then that's it, you have enough. You'll see I have 11,000. Where's that bonus 500 points come from? It's come from that enemy right at the start, so this proves that you don't need it. And remember, if you lose a cycle, that's 12 seconds, and 10 seconds is 200 points. So that's stuff to bear in mind. If you know, like, you're on 10,500 and you're on second cycle, you're going to need to make up 200 points. And so then you jump across here like normal. Get all 3 of these at once. And then there is actually an enemy up here that you can actually laser that guy. He's not one of those that's 500, he's just a 100. You know, if you can do it, why not? If you need the points. It may screw up your timing for the 2-frame jump. Doesn't screw up my timing, but I'd still rather not go for it if I don't need to. And then get the 2-frame jump, get that, because the bubble is like 200 points, and remember to get all 10 of these in one go. And then this is what you want to do if you don't have enough points. You just want to lock onto some of these and then do a whistle glitch. So, stand perfectly in place, no momentum, release B, hit Y, hit B as fast as you can. I will do like release B and then swipe YB as fast as I can. So yeah, you'll get an extreme for that. And so in this final section, you will get 900 points. So that's important to know. So I'm going to get to 16,700. And if you're finishing in 150, then that's a 9,000 time bonus you'll get. And the point requirement here is 25,000. So that means you need 16,000. And so I'm going to be 700 over. So I was a bit more than just the 500 that I got from that bonus enemy at the start. You just get these two on a lock-on, on a combo, and then mash for the rest of it. There's no other enemies around here. You're only getting 900 points. And that's a 152. If you were to get that other enemy at the start, then you'll actually have like... I would have got like an extra 500 points, so I'd been on 26,200. And so if you like really maxed out your points, you don't have to get the extreme at the end. You can like just shoot the capsule, so the dynamite packs, like you would in a normal Dark Story run, and save a couple seconds. But like, do not worry about that. That's very high level. Okay, next is Radical Highway. Point requirement is 14,000, and you finish the stage in about a minute 50 again. So that's 9,000. So you only need 5,000. And so I'll go through the 5,000 points. I have a very defined route. First, you go straight forward here. You just spin dash into the springs as normal. As soon as you clear this, you homing attack cancel, jump, just a tap jump, and then you will hit that thing, the plane. You'll hit the plane, it will just happen, and then afterwards you homing attack cancel to get down to the ground. That plane is 500 points, so we're 10% of the way there. Okay, we're going to just play this next part normally. We're not going to be collecting points for a little bit. You can do mock bounce, because there's no points that we're going to be collecting by not doing mock bounce. But I personally wasn't going through it today, or last night rather. Beetle skip is 100 points, I suppose. That's nothing though. This section here, you don't want to do a full jump really. I do because you want to hit the invincibility balloon. What I do is a tap jump, I wait a little bit, and then I use some hover frames. I don't use all of them. I just use like most of them. See? And then like now I'm in the falling state, and I'm quite close to the balloon. If you want to be safe, just land on it. But what I will do if I'm in a position like this where I'm basically on top of it, then when I get really close, I will homing attack. If you're really far away, like I'm gonna be like not really wanting to homing attack. I'm gonna be I don't really trust this section that much. You should play around with this. I kind of don't really trust like getting the invincibility balloon quickly. So that's why I do my little method, tap jump, use most of your hover frames, go on top of it, and then I can homing attack it. And then, so you don't want to go as fast as you can here to get under the plane. You want to destroy the plane. You've got invincibility, so it's double points. This plane is 1,000 points, and you don't have to get it. There is a backup, but that's 1,000 points. So you're going to want to practice that. You don't use... You need to figure out your own timing. I just, like hold A while holding upright, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, that's about enough time. I'll do the homing attack cancel now, and I'll just go straight through the plane. I don't really have a very good visual cue. I don't have a visual cue, really. It's just a timing, a feel thing. Okay, and then I'll go down. Just normal this next part. If you, are really low on points, for whatever reason, let's see, then you can trick off the ramp, and then trick off of the pole, and then, land on this thing, and it's 1,000 points. That's not the backup though. I don't go for that. It's very slow, but you can do that if you want to be really safe. In your first run or whatever, you can do that. Okay, so just normal play for a little bit now. There isn't a 20 ring box there, but I don't bother with it. Okay, and then normal jump off, hover, homing attack. And now, while I get on the rail here, and then I'll look at my points. And I've got 2,000, and that's exactly where I want to be. I'm never really going to have lower than 1,900 here. Okay, then I'm going to do normal Dark New Game stuff, try and spend as little airtime as possible. But there's the Golden Beetle. If you miss the plane, this is your backup. And you kind of want to practice this, because obviously it's a Golden Beetle, it's not there forever. You want to practice killing it. Don't try to be flashy, just kill it and then get back. And then trick off of here. You can want to practice that too. Basically, there is a backup for if you fail this, but yeah, that's a very important 1,000 points. And then you do the normal movement, which I screw up. That's pretty cool. So this 1,000 points, there's no direct backup. There's no 1,000 point substitute. You kind of have to just get every point remaining, and that adds up to 1,000. So you want to kill this enemy. You want to kill this enemy. That's 200. Okay, and so you saw the trick I did then. That will give you a radical, a 600 point radical if you manage to go under the fan, right? It's BS. This will trip you up, I promise. It's so stupid. And so that gives both a nice and a radical, so that's 800 points. And so, if you fail the trick off of the rail after the Golden Beetle, that's fine, you can make it up. If you fail that, it's fine, you can make it up. If you fail both, that's it. There's no more points in this stage, your run's over. You've got to get at least one of those. So now you just go around like normal. And then mash, you'll get a tight from doing these tricks. And so now I will have 4,800, and that's enough. I already have enough points. I don't need to worry about the rest of it. Which is quite fortunate, because there's not many points left. There's these rings, you're going to want to get these rings if you miss one of the things and you're trying to get as many points as you can. And then, oh, that was good movement by me, but that's kind of what you want to do if you still need points. You want to hang around right here and wait, because 2 planes will fly by, and one will go all the way down and then will come back through the corkscrew to you. And as it's on its way back, just jump as you're standing on this right side here, and you'll just hit it. And then that's 500 points. And that will save you. And then, just homing attack the speed pads, and you can do very fast, very easy. Just like I'm doing here. And then you get 160 points from the rings on that corkscrew, I believe it is. So that's some extra points. And then finally, there's an enemy that spawns here that's 100 points. Which I obviously don't need. I'm going to be 180 points over, but I could get that. So yeah, I got a 148. I did screw up in this. If I were to do this without making mistakes, I would have got a 144. So I would have made 14,000 comfortably, and I didn't even go and get backup points or whatever. So yeah, that's how you do that. Egg quarters. There are no considerations for egg quarters. The point requirement is 12,000, so you can die after the second piece, get the third piece, and as long as you beat the stage in under a minute, your result screen timer is under a minute, you've got the A rank. Alright, next is Lost Colony. Lost Colony is 34,000, not 35,000, 34,000, and you'll finish the stage in 2:15. If you're good, I guess. And so that is exactly 8,500 points time bonus, which means you need 25,500. So if you're a bit slower, you'll need 25,700, if you get to 225. There are a lot of points in Lost Colony. It's just like Iron Gate. There's no shortage of points. Okay, you still want to reset because this is an IGT category. You still want to get those 2 dynamite packs, of course. It's basically just the same as Iron Gate, just remembering to shoot stuff. So, you get both of those enemies there. Don't worry about getting a lock on hit there, sorry, a combo there, just go fast. Then get these guys, And then there are, like, these two enemies. These are worth, like, 500 points each, I believe. I'm not confident, actually. I'm not confident. I don't bother with them. You know, whether they're 100 each or 500 each, I don't bother with them. Wait, did I actually shoot one of those? Oh, I did. They're 500 each, and I shot one of them. Well, the more you know. I guess I do shoot one of them. Just by running from the middle to the left. Yeah, I do. I totally do. Sure. Cool. Cool. So yeah, just continue to shoot stuff. Even these boxes are worth points. You want to get a big lock on here, like a big combo. Just like look around as you're going up and you'll get like 6 or 7 of them. And then I started shooting my laser ridiculously early. I don't know why. You want to like jump around this. I did miss a lock on as well. Oh no, wait, this isn't the run where I did it too early. Sorry, I did it at a good time. So yes, start now. Get these. I missed that one, and so you kind of get 9 in total. And then just in the upgrade, no need to faff around in the upgrade. Just jump over. I don't bother shooting this guy. I don't bother shooting those 2 extra guys. You know, there's so many points in the stage, you don't really need to go out of your way for points. So yeah, I only got the 3 enemies there. Get all of the ones in here. I lock onto all of these guys just because, like, you know, it's not slow. And then I actually go around here. Like, I know I say, like, oh, there's so many points in the stage, you don't need to go slowly. But there are so many points in this area that, like, this is the exception to the rule. There's so many enemies that are worth 500 points in this section. And it's not even that slow. So yeah, you just do that. And then you get like these 7 lock-ons there by just running to the right a little bit. Remember, you can get these 2, and then you can get speed shoes still, and then you lock on to as many as you can here. I only got 10, which was unfortunate. But then like the remainder of them, you just let go and then look back and then shoot the rest of them. I got like a grate for the rest of it, for the rest of them. Laser the rest of them. And then remember to actually play this part. You need to just shoot them all. It's just the same philosophy as when you were a child. Just this is exactly how I played this as a child. Just get as many lock-ons as you can. Don't hold A for, well, don't hold B for too long. There's a bunch of enemies here that are on global cycles, by the way, so it's kind of different every time. So you know, don't worry about like thinking, oh, I got a perfect last time. Just don't worry about that. Ah, did I screw this up? I don't. Yeah. Yeah, this is that run. I literally just failed to shoot that thing. That was cool. And so just, oi, I'm at 22,500. I only need 3,000 more now. As I said, there's a lot of points. And we're going to be getting pretty much all of them from this. So we're going to be getting these 11 lock-ons, so that's 2,000 straight away. And then you want to shoot those, and then, like, that's literally it. I already have more than enough points. So I'm just going to run to the end. But yeah, there's more points there. You can, like, shoot that guy, and then the explosions from there will, like, kill that other enemy that was flying past. Or those like 3 beetles that flew past just before you walk through the door. You can chase them down and shoot them. They're 500 each. Like, it's fine. Okay, next is weapons bed. I'll just let this play out. It's like, okay, weapons bed. 30,000. And you'll beat the stage, you know, once again in about 150. So you need 21,000 because you'll get a 9,000 time bonus. I'm going to be getting 3 perfects right at the start. So from this lot here, that's a perfect. From this lot here, that's a perfect. And then from this, well, these pair of lots here, that's a perfect. Remember, perfect is 11 targets. And then another one here, there's 6 targets in there, 5 there, and then I'll run back and get this. There is an alternative to getting the upgrade, and that's just doing a perfect pause hover over here. And it is faster, but like, come on. I couldn't be arsed. So then just pause over there, get across, and then you don't actually need to do a pause over here to shoot this guy. You just need to do like a jump hover. That's it. And then mash. And I actually missed him. but the idea is you shoot him with your large cannon. You don't lock on, you don't lock onto him. You just shoot him, and then pause over across. Pause over here like I normally do. Get these two lock-ons. Those are 300 points there, and then another 100 points there. And so by the time you get on the pulley, you will have like 10,800 if you got everything right. I have 10,300. Once again, though, there's 1,000,000 points in the stage, just like Lost Colony, Iron Gate. It's actually exactly the same as Iron Gate. There's 1,500 points, 1,500 more points than necessary to work with here. So I can still lose another 1,000 points. And unlike Iron Gate, there's 1,000,000 enemies that you can just do like whistle glitches off, so it's completely fine. So ignore that guy, then get a perfect off of these. Just aim your laser over there to get more, then get like those 3 guys, don't slow down too much. Get a perfect here, still shoot this balloon. And then, because you've got the large cannon, you can just shoot these boxes, then jump and then jump over. You've got loads of height, you don't need to pause over this. Pause over across here. This was like a really dodgy pause over. Jump and then get this enemy here. That's like 500, I think. That enemy right there was just 200. You didn't need that. And then you can wait there for like as many lock-ons as you want. I got speed shoes, but it doesn't really do anything because you have speed shoes speed on this anyway. And then I'm gonna wait until this plane flies across, and then I'm gonna pause over to get another 11 lock-ons here. That's another perfect. And then go right down the middle with a just a jump over, and just mash. And there, that's it. That wasn't a lock-on. That was just shooting. And so right now, you can see I have 20,500. So I've only got 500 points left that I need. And there's still, I can still get to 22,000 points here. Don't worry about this guy. Just jump across. And then this part is kind of finicky because there's a couple enemies here. This one is 500, so you want to balance jumping. You want to balance doing this area quickly and still shooting. It's honestly, you can't get unstuck here. I do it fine. I obviously smile. And that enemy that flew across was the other one that is worth 500 points, and you can only shoot him with your large cannon. So that's an important one. You're not getting that guy if you didn't move quickly. So that's actually a tough one. Like, starting out, definitely, well, even right now, I would count on missing that guy. Count on missing him. So you only really have 1,000 points to work with. So after missing the plane at the start, I only had 500 points to work with. And so, I still needed to shoot a bunch of things here. Technically, I am fine. Those 2 500 points enemies, even if I miss both of those, there's enough crap just to shoot that I still would have made 20,800, which would be enough to get the ARAC because I'll be finishing in 1 minute 40 actually. This is a very technical stage. I worked this down really from 150 to 140. So you'll start off wanting 21,000, but really you only need 20,800. So I can just get that from shooting stuff, but there's still 1,000 points of enemies left. So yeah, just act quickly. I'll point that out. A bit too far. So there's the things on the ground here. Yeah, the green thing that's moved across. Go to the left of that. That's an important thing. Just quickly go to the left of it. Do a jump up, like as you're shooting, and then just shoot both of those. That enemy that went over there. Don't worry about that. You'll never hit him. And then if you're quick, you'll get this guy. And then like shooting that guy's 200. And then if you manage to shoot both of those, you can just jump straight up there without having to jump around. It was a late reaction from me, so I couldn't do it. And then that's 140. So you only need 20,800. So I am going to be 1,100 over. Okay. Next is a boss, and obviously bosses aren't real. They don't have ranks. So it's security hall. Security hall, there are no considerations. It's 12,000 once again, so you can die twice. So you die after the second piece. Just collect the third piece, and as long as you beat the station under a minute, you're fine. Flying dog, boss, doesn't count. White jungle, just like Radical Highway, it's 5,000 points that you need because it's a 14,000 point requirement and you'll beat the station 140. Although this is kind of the same as Weapon Sped, where you're more beating it in like 140. So you only need 4,800 really, but aim for 5,000. The stage is completely normal for the first 30 seconds, actually. I'll just play it anyway. There's a bomb capsule that's like 30 seconds in that you're going to be just jumping into. I don't even bother homing attacking it, you know, just jump into it, because you've got a lot of momentum, so you don't need to homing attack it. In fact, that would slow you down. It's coming up just here. So you just storage under here, just jump over there and then just run. And then you don't want to, you know, jump on top of the weight. You want to do the old strat where you go under, and I'll explain why in like 2 seconds. So then yeah, you go under here as normal, and you will get 1,000 points. As soon as you somersault under that barrier, or sorry, just go under that barrier, a timer starts, and as long as you then go under the next barrier quickly, you will get 1,000 points. And so obviously if you do the weight jump, you're not going under the first barrier, and so the timer never starts, so you need to do this. You can screw it up. If you screw it up, then it will like immediately give you a jam in. Like after going under that somersault, like first somersault barrier, it'll just give you a jam in. But you can make up those 600 points, it's totally fine. And so then this area is just normal. It's normal for just a little bit now. There's 3 enemies in here, right? Just don't bother with these. 2 enemies, don't bother with them. You want to run on the wall, jump, and homing attack that homing attack that invincibility. And so now, well, not only does that give you 200 points, but now it gives you double points. And so just homing attack into that guy, or homing attack cancel into that guy, then homing attack cancel into the other guy. Just get both of those. Those are 100 points enemies each, meaning you get 200 each for those, so you know, just get them because they're right there. Somersault through the boxes, go through here, and then it's just normal. Do the GURP spring skip, and then just normal behaviour here. Normal behaviour again. And as you can see, I have 3,900, so I only have 1,000 points left to get. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the golden beetle here, but kind of the only way to do that before it despawns is to go through the enemy in front of it. And so to do that, I'm kind of just going to jump. Like, look at my input display. I'm just going to jump. And I was still neutral sticking for quite a long time. Only when I was in the air did I start actually moving. Just because if you hold forward, then like obviously you move a bit faster, and so you give yourself less time to jump. And then yeah, you hit that first enemy, and then you homing attack into the next thing. And then if you are really low on points, you can just drop down and then light dash. But the fastest thing to do is just homing attack cancel into there. And then, I keep losing my cursor, dude. If you're low on points, you know, if you still need those 600 points, this rhino is worth 500 points. And then this enemy is worth 500 points. So that rhino was 100. I think I misspoke. It's 100 and then this is 500. So if you run over this way so that can spawn in, and then you destroy the rhino, you destroy this guy, it's slow, but that's 600 points. If you destroy that rhino as your first priority, just somersault it, then this guy won't spawn in. So you'll lose a bit of time there. So like try and run around him a bit to spawn him in, then destroy the rhino and then get this guy and then jump up. Or alternatively, you know, if you think you're fine and then you're doing the math, and then you're like, fuck, I'm not fine. There's like a bunch of enemies there you can just kill. And so I'm 300 points over. In fact, I'm 400 points over because I got a 135. This was pretty good, actually. 400. Okay. Next is Sonic 1, which is a boss, so who cares? And then it's Route 280, which is time-based, so who cares? And then it's Skyrail. IGT category, so B starts. This is A rank, so you get loads of lives. So that's kind of cool. Once again, it's 14,000 for Shadow. And once again, oh no, not once again. So you beat this stage in under a minute, so you get the full 10,000 time bonus. So you only need 4,000, and there's a very, because obviously there's no time bonus, so you can just think, okay, I will get exactly 4,000 points, and I'll be fine. And so that's just what we do, pretty much. It's more like 4,010 points. So So you'll get the 6 rings here. You'll trick off of this ramp. That's 1,000. This is going to be like 3 1,000s. We get like an awesome 3 times, and then we just collect 1,000 points of just other stuff. So we're going to be going on this rail for a little longer than normal. Jump off like near the curvy part to homing attack that guy, collect a few rings there, and then just keep going. And what we want to do is go through this checkpoint, and we don't normally do that. At least I don't. You want to go through it with 20 rings. So I already have 20, but you can gather a few extra rings here, like that. So I now have 23. I just feel it's convenient, even if you got all 20 from before, it's convenient to go like this, because, you know, you obviously want to charge your spin dash, and you want to do this, obviously, before you get on the rail, or else you just be on the rail at an incredibly slow speed. You want to release your spin dash onto it. Go through there, and then aim right next to it. Don't try to be to the left, or you'll end up on this rail, and it just throws you off. It's slow. It doesn't lose your points, it's just slow. So that was really good from me. And so then you get 6 rings there, and so at minimum you'll have 31 rings right now. And so that extra 1 ring is the extra 10 points I alluded to, so you'll have 4,010 points at a minimum. And so then the golden beetle right there. If you would rather, you can jump off, you know, just a second ago, homing attack the golden beetle, and then homing attack back on. And I actually used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I probably would recommend that to start off with. And that's because, so like, if you go past the golden beetle, you're basically committing to getting the awesome off of both of these rails, or at least getting a cool off one and then an awesome off the other. And so that means like you don't have many frames to get these off. Like, you know, like really, you really don't at the speed we're going. And so it's very possible to fail them. So I nail this. But, you know, say you screw it up badly, or say you don't even get a trick at all, that's it, your run's dead. Say you get a cool somehow, then down here, there's a 20 ring capsule, and then there's an enemy right there, and then I'm going to pause that, sorry, and then there's a 1-up capsule there. So in total, that's 500 points. The 20, because this is 200. So the 20, the life, and the enemy, that's in total 500. So if you manage to lose 500 points somewhere, you can back it up with those. And it's most likely going to be from getting a cool on that rail just there. Okay, but back to just getting an awesome. You then want to destroy these 3 enemies, and you want to get a nice while you're doing it. You want to get a combo. Oh, oops. And you actually have to give a bit of attention to this, because the final enemy has like an invisible hitbox. It's not real, I swear. So you want to let it know that you're there. You want it to like literally notice you and then turn around. So like just I hung in the air between the first and second robot quite a lot, and that gave him chance to turn around. So now I can just homing attack him like that. Okay, sorted. And then, like, so there's no points after this rail. So if you don't enter this rail with 3,000 points, you're not making it. And so yeah, 3,060. I guess I picked up like some chaos drives or something because they're like 10 points each. And then yeah, got an awesome from there. And then make sure you land on this platform here. If you like touch the goal ring and then go off, you don't get the awesome. So that's something to pay attention to. Okay, that's Sky Rail. 2 stages left. Because next is Egg Golem, which is a boss, and then Mad Space. And Mad Space, there is actually a consideration. So I just got blue enemy on the blue stand piece 2, and obviously you would want to death strat in this situation, but you can't. The point requirement is 14,000, meaning that you can get 1 piece and death strat, and that's fine. You cannot get 2 pieces and then death strat, because you get 2,000 points per piece. So yeah, if you get a base piece 2, then you collect it. You have to make it back. You can't just death strat. There's 3 base piece 2s, and there is a rocket next to each of them. Blue and a blue stand, it's to your right. This right here is between two moons, and so you use the same rocket. If you get a crescent moon, then you also want to go left. Fortunately, I already have the upgrade, so I can, you know, not do upgrade skip for a second time. But I've done 3 Dark A ranks runs lately, and in all 3 of them I got base piece 2s. It's incredibly unlucky. The first 2 I did upgrade skip for, so I actually did upgrade skip twice in both of those. But this one, because I collected the upgrade, I was able to just go straight to here. So you don't need to collect the upgrade. This isn't 180 emblems. You just need to get the A rank. Okay, that's it. Rouge is a boss. Well, Knuckles is a boss, and then you've got Cosmic Wall. Cosmic Wall is such a long stage. I actually really screw it up, but it's okay. The point requirement is 80,000, and so that means, you know, if you finish in 3 minutes and 55 seconds, you will get a 6,500 time bonus. Basically, the way I think about it is, if you don't enter the tunnel at the end with 72,000 points, just reset. You will not make it. You need 72,000 points, and that's if you're going fast. You need 72,000 points and a 355. So if you're, you know, on pace for a 350, then you can have 71,900. If you're on pace for a 4 flat and you don't have 72,100, you reset. And to know how long is left, when you enter the tunnel, like when the camera changes, it's exactly 25 seconds, like pretty much exactly 25 seconds. So just look at the timer and then add 25. You know, what's this? Oh, it's a 355. So I need exactly 72,000 as of right now. Oh, I have 71.5. I should reset. Okay. So let's continue. You just want to get as many points as possible, to be honest, in this, because it's 80,000. So I get these 6 lock-ons here. Don't go too far out of your way. And then you can get a perfect here. There's so many lock-ons here, you can get a perfect. Perfect, there's 11, and then there's 11 here for you to get, like exactly 11, so you need all of those. And then there's like 4 or 5 enemies there. There's 2 enemies there. There's some enemies here, but I don't bother with those. I screw up here. I failed to lock onto this guy, so that was cool. I don't bother getting like a combo there. You can get, like, you know, a combo of 3, like, or 4 optimally, but I just focus on shooting the artificial chaos, which I didn't even manage to do that time. So then just continue. You'll get a perfect here. There, I even got 1 extra. And then just go forward. There's 2 targets here. Into that balloon, and then there's 3 targets there. There's 3 targets there. I don't bother with these guys. Then when I get onto here, I aim at this guy, and then you can get 4 lock-ons there. I only got 3. And then keep jumping, and so you'll have about 12,000. And then just get as big a combo as you can around here. I don't really know how to do this section, but I get a decent combo. I get a radical. And then you do this skip. You just do it normally. This is I think this is called half Russian. You're not going to the very end here. You're going back in bounds. I believe that's called half Russian. I got a 104 check. You can get a 102. And that's just the error from the artificial chaos. That lost me 2 seconds. So yeah, just tuck into the building here, because we now want to go here. We will land on the weight. No matter what your height is, it spawns in at like the same point, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, land on the weight, and then there's like up to 9 targets that you can get over here. I get like 7 of them here. And then, yeah, just get a perfect there. And then get as many as you can here. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go back a sec. So there was an artificial chaos under the platform there. I shot that. I just shot that straight away. And then I got as many as I could here. I only got 9, and that's not very many, I don't think. And so normally what I do here is I just run and then just get these 2 targets. But I thought, because I missed, you know, at least 500 points there, I'm going to jump and get a bunch of these as well. feel free to get as many of these as you want if you want to be really safe, because you can get some more enemies here as well. And then you can get, like, you know, 1 or 2 lock-ons here. And then, so, like, right now I have 18,000. That's kind of... I'm going to go back a little bit. Just to point out, like, a little checkpoint for myself. So, here. If I have, like, 17,000, 18,000 at this point, then I'm good. That's what I think. And right now it's 18,000, so I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. So yeah, then there's some enemies in this first section here. I get, you know, just a bunch of these. You know, it's pretty slow, but I just get a bunch of them. Oh, I actually didn't get many there. If you can spend like another second or two and then just get like 7 lock-ons or something. I think I didn't really bother because I had 18,000, so I was like, oh, I'm going to take a pass on this. But I think I would recommend doing that if you're closer to 17,000. Oh, dude, okay, do not look at this tower for tips and tricks from me. I performed it so poorly. I've never not made that up before. And then I screw up again here. So I get a bunch of lock-ons there, that's good. And then look at me. Look at what a mess. What a mess. I lose like 10 seconds in this tower. It's got to be more than 10 seconds. It makes sense how I got a 401 here. So I got some more lock-ons here. Aim behind, there's a bunch of enemies there. And then jump off of there. Okay, and I have a visual cue for this. Because, well, not only is it faster to clip the top here, it also puts you in better stead to get a perfect. Use this as a visual cue. Like, once Eggman's foot gets to, like, you know, the bottom of the foot gets to halfway, then you can just do a tap jump off. And then get, like, all 11 targets here, release, and then you can get, like, another 5 there. And so going into this, I have 23,800. And that's really a lot. I would say that's a lot. I want to see at least 22,000. If you're going for like an IL, then you can get like, you know, as low as 19,000. But we're going to be going into the section here where you shoot the capsules. And obviously it's 20 points per frame while it is rendered. After it's been shot, that you get points. And so it's variable, you know, we're just human. Maybe we'll miss a capsule, maybe we'll shoot it really late. And so it's really, really variable how many points you get here. So if I'm getting 22,000, I'm a bit like, okay, kind of going to play well. If I'm at 23,000 like this, I'm thinking, okay, this is really comfy. So you get these guys to start with, and then this enemy there as well, and then just shoot behind you, you can get a few thousand there. And then you get a perfect there. And remember, for these capsules, you don't want to get lock-ons, you just want to mash. So hold an angle like this so that you can shoot those 3 capsules straight away. I find this angle is the best to shoot them straight away. It's kind of like this. Okay, and then, like, I'm wild with the joystick. I'm like this. I'm going left, right, shooting all of those capsules. I still miss one of them, but that's kind of okay. I kind of bank on missing one of them, you know? If I miss 2, now I'm in danger. I miss, like, a different one every time as well. You can probably do this better than I can. Then you can get a quick lock on here, well, combo here. And then my plan for these, because there's 3 either side, is I start by looking at the right, and then I'll get the first one, and then the second one on the right will kind of just happen. I don't quite know when it locks on, it just kind of just happens at the same time. And then I go to the left to get these first 2 on the left, and then I'll look for like the third on the right, and then the third on the left. So like these on the right, these on the left. And so I actually was, this was really poor actually. I shot these really poorly. So, you know how I say like, oh, I just normally lock onto this one, I don't even know how. I didn't actually manage that this time. So I only went to the left side with one of them shot. And so then I got those 2 pretty quickly. And so then I was like, okay, time to aim for the second one. And I got that pretty quickly. Then for the third one here, I got that. For the third one here, I got that. So this was kind of poor. And I don't really have a good way to practice this, to be honest. You just got to do attempts. You just got to like go in with a lot of points and then hope that you don't screw up. And then you can get another combo here. And so, yeah, I'm going into this, you know, 2,300 points more than I need. and then it's 25 seconds until the end, and then I forgot. There's an extra 1,500 points you can get in here. This guy that's coming down, don't shoot him. You can get lock-ons here. You can lock onto all of these. Just wiggle your laser, you'll get them all. I actually missed one lock-on there, so I'm only getting a jam in here rather than a cool. But then the remaining 2, I'll get a cool. You have enough time for 3 lock-ons, and then, you know, just shoot him. You don't get anything for shooting him, but you just do it anyway. And so, yeah, that gave me 82,100, because I missed 100 points in there, and then, I guess, like, this was poor. This was a really, really bad time. I screwed up so much. I only lost 2 seconds in the, like, first half, but then in that second tower, like, geez, I can get, like, a 346. So that means I literally lost, like, 13 seconds. Oh, I suppose I did spend a little extra time shooting enemies, you know, after I rejoined the level. So maybe it wasn't quite 13 seconds, but it was like 11, 10. Yeah. So this run I got can do with some improving, but I showed off the point route. Okay, next is Tails 2, which is a boss, and then it is time for Final Chase. Final Chase, the requirement is 12,000, and you'll beat the stage in varying times depending on your skill level. I have just like Skyrail, a point route that I stick to like perfectly. I will always finish with 3,420 points, and so that means I can beat the stage in 2:11 or better and get the A rank. Obviously, if you can beat the stage in 150, then you only need 3,000. And then it's for every 10 seconds you need to add 200. So I'm like, okay, I can always beat the stage in under 2 minutes 10 seconds. So I just need 3,400. And just the way it works out, I get 3,420. There's many more points you can collect though, and I'll point those out if you're not as confident. Final Chase is incredible though, as I'm sure you're aware. So yeah, you just jump off of here as normal. And then what I actually do is, instead of like charging my spin dash to the side of this guy, I do it straight into him and kill him, and that's 200 points. And then make sure you fully charge your spin dash, because now you're a bit further away from here than you're used to being. And just go across, just play the stage normally for a little bit. No extra point collection here. Just by hitting the spring you get 200 points, you get a nice. And then I'm going to be getting this capsule here. You know, just run into it. That's 50 points. Although that's a bit more than 50 points, because it means later on, this is going to help our checkpoint bonuses. So that gives actually more than 50 points. So that's an important capsule. Then jump over here, get the checkpoint, jump into the capsule, and then that will, you know, give you enough height to get up to the top there. And then, you know, homing attack cancel into the ground, homing attack that guy, and then homing attack cancel into here, and you're at 810 points. So that's, you know, first stage done. And then just go down here as normal, and then try and run across here into that, because that's a 20 ring capsule. That's 200 points. So, you know, you can kind of make your own point route for this, but this is mine. I run through this, and I actually get it like every time. It took, to start off with, I wasn't getting it every time, but now I do. And then don't worry about that guy, just go straight for it. It means that you're like, you know, you're maybe not going into this tube with the speed that you're used to, because you took a, you diverted to get the ring capsule. But I just say like, you know what, just give me that little time loss, give me that extra revolution, I don't care. And then, yeah, homing attack this, and if you go from one tube to an enemy to another, you get a great. So this enemy isn't 200 points, he's actually 500 points. And you need to keep an eye out. If you screw up in some way, then you might miss out on a great. You should keep an eye out on that, because, you know, maybe you'll advance in the level, then you'll look at your thing and like, oh fuck, I'm 300 or 600 points lower than I should be. What the fuck happened? It's that. So run up as normal. Normal. Okay, and then, so normally you jump over to here, and then you'll homing attack into the tube, so you skip this enemy here, but I personally don't do that. You know, just fly into it, and then homing attack, land on here, you get a great, that's an extra 500 points. You can still home attack cancel up here like normal, and onto here and hover across. And I've got a 104, that's pretty good. And so yeah, mini skip as normal. The stage is pretty normal from now on. So just taking a moment, I have 3,180 points. As I look up here and I expect to see that number. I'm perfectly on what I want to be right now. I didn't put a foot wrong in terms of points. You'll also see I have 57 rings. So if I collect a few more rings, then going through a checkpoint will give me 20 rings, so that's 200 points. Okay, so now this is the part where we start looking at extra points we can collect. If you just fly off this rail, then most of the time it will just give you 400 points. Sometimes it won't. That's jam and skip. But I opt to not do that. I just do jam and skip skip. You know, where you jump off the bottom there, because it's faster than both of them. And, you know, I'd rather not have to rely on luck for points. So maybe it's faster to get jamming, but it's not for me. Okay, and then make sure to run through this trail of 4 rings, because now you have enough to get a 20 through the checkpoint. So now there's an enemy here, that's an extra 200 points. And down this little corner here, there's 3 capsules. And I believe in total it's like 500 points. So if you're really low on points, it's very fast to just go and get those 3 capsules. Additionally, there's an enemy, there's an artificial chaos up here, that's 200 points. So, you know, just in this little section here, there's an extra 900 points. Don't worry about it, there's so many points at the end. And so then, you know, you got tube skip, as normal. Which I managed to screw up twice, that's pretty epic. And then that's it. You know, I'm at 3,420, so I just need to finish the station 211 or more. And so I finished with 200 points to spare because I have 10 seconds spare, and that's what 200 points is. Okay, and then that's it. That's literally everything. All you have to do is beat Sonic 2 like that, which is a boss, so there's no rank, and that's it. You're done. So this was an hour. This is so much longer than I thought it would be, but I've now ran through the run I did last night. This is everything I think about for A ranks. Alright, enjoy.